Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is Miranda from Miranda and Krista's Young Living blog post, and today we are going to be talking about essential oil safety. So, we'll be talking about different ways to use your essential oils as you're getting an introduction to them, but we also of course want to make sure that this is a safe, pleasant, happy, and healthy experience. So we'll be talking about different safe ways to use them and just some best practices. So we'll be talking about 3 of the different ways to use essential oils. So we have topically, we have internally, and then of course we have aromatically. So let's start with topically. So if you're using your essential oils topically, a lot of times you will see a dilution recommendation. This will be on the back of the bottle. So let's start with what you dilute them with. You never dilute them with water when you are applying them topically. And of course, topically means applying them to your skin. The best place to apply the essential oils is either the place where you are experiencing the discomfort or to your feet. So your feet have the biggest pores, which aids in the best kind of absorption. The way that you dilute your essential oils is with a carrier oil. The most common carrier oil that we all love to use is coconut oil. You can also use olive, almond, grapeseed. There's a million different kinds of oils out there, and on our blog we have a graphic to show you how to pick the best one. My favorite is coconut. You can use the fractionated kind. You can get it off of Amazon with a pump, or sometimes I even use like the solid stuff that I buy at Costco, and I just like scoop it out with my hand. So again, the bottles will show you how they need to be diluted. And of course, some of the bottles will say that they don't need to be diluted because they're pretty safe kinds. Ones that you always want to dilute are what we call hot oils. So hot oils are things like peppermint, thieves, clove, cinnamon, black pepper, anything that has that kind of in your face feeling, or anything that can burn or cool, has that sensation to the skin. I notice that thieves, when I rub it on my chest and neck, can give me that burny feeling. Now, I like that feeling sometimes, but you should dilute things like thieves. So that's basic dilution when you're applying them to yourself. A lot of oils will give you that 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-2, 1-to-4, etc. When it comes to children, babies, and pets, we always want to make sure that we are diluting extra with them, especially when it comes to things like peppermint. So my safe ratio that I use is 1 to 2 drops of oil in a tablespoon or 2 of carrier oil. So again, 1 drop goes a long way with these bottles. Even lavender, I dilute when it comes to babies and dogs, and I pretty much always dilute with coconut oil. If you feel like your child might have an allergen to coconut, of course, then switch to something like a grape seed or an olive. I also don't use any nut oils with small children because, of course, if you're not feeding them nuts, you don't know if they'll have an allergic reaction. So you always start the oil topically by applying it to a small portion of your skin to make sure that you're not oversensitive to it. I never start with my face. The reason why is essential oils draw out toxins out of your body. Our face is exposed to a lot of toxins, like the wonderful makeup I'm wearing, the air, the pollution, everything that's out there. So it is common that you might have more of a reaction on your skin than you would, say, your arm. So we always test it out first. We're going to do another whole blog post on animals, so I won't get into essential oil safety with animals just yet. And of course, we're going to have another post on children and babies. This is just your basic safety steps. So again, just make sure you dilute more with babies and pets than you would for yourself. There are some oils that I do apply neat, but for the most part, I do dilute them because your body does actually absorb them better, and we do have scientific evidence to back that up. So if we are all set for diluting oils topically, now we are going to move on to taking oils internally. Now, there's a disclaimer here. Of course, you wouldn't want to take every of our oils internally. The product guides let you know, per our agreement with the FDA and being FDA compliant, what oils can be taken internally. However you use your essential oils is however you use them. So common ones to take internally are things like lemon, grapefruit, mint, peppermint. Basically any of the citrus oils are very great for that. I use 1 or 2 drops for an entire, big jug of water, or for an entire water bottle. Actually, one of the best ways that I've found to use the oils internally is I recycle my Ningxia bottles. They're glass bottles, so again, we're never putting essential oils in plastic because essential oils are volatile substances and they can break down the plastic in the bottle, which not only changes the chemical composition of the essential oils, but it's also having you ingest some of that icky stuff from the plastic. So we only ever put essential oil in water that is in a glass container. And of course the Ningxia is a glass container and you can recycle and be earth friendly at the same time. So I do 1 drop of peppermint in an entire bottle of Ningxia filled with water, after I've drank all of the red berry goodness. And I actually drink that all throughout the day. It keeps a little pep in my step, helps me, aid in digestion, etc. So you can, again, take essential oils internally. I recommend 1 or 2 drops in a jug full of water. You can also use capsules. You can get them at any health food store or on Young Living's website as well. There are some oils that you want to dilute even inside the vegetable capsule, and those oils will have those instructions as well. So again, I wouldn't recommend small children taking essential oils internally, but they're perfectly safe for adults. And I would only recommend ingesting Young Living essential oils. I won't get in a brand war over who's more pure than who, etc. What I will say is that I can visit Young Living's farms and I can see their seed to seal process. I can see how they clean their equipment. I can see that they're not using any pesticides. I can see with my eyes that they are 100% pure, 100% highest quality essential oils. And I cannot visit the farms of other manufacturers. And that's why I only trust Young Living oils to ingest. So if everybody's okay with topically and internally, next we will move to aromatically. So aromatically is in your diffuser. Not really any safety guidelines there besides it's a great way to use them. You can take a drop of the oils, rub them in your hands and inhale like this, which is what I do after I apply them before washing my hands all the time. You can put them in your diffuser, but please, please, please note not to put them in any sort of candle wax warmer. They do have some oil burners out there. You never want to heat your essential oils like that. If you're cooking with them, that's one thing, but if you're using them aromatically, burning your essential oils not only, again, changes the chemical composition, but you're kind of burning off the good stuff and you're also changing the frequencies as well. So I never suggest burning them. Our diffusers do not heat the liquid. It rather kind of moves all of the atoms around and changes the, expels the frequency into the air, but it does not heat them, which is very important. So today we've talked about essential oil safety. I don't want to keep you for very much longer because we have a lot of more fun stuff on the blog to explore. So again, this is Miranda with Krista and Miranda's Young Living blog talking about essential oil safety.